second COVID vaccine earned approval from an FDA panel this afternoon. It could be approved Friday.
To have the vaccine already in the arms of people in less than a year is beyond unprecedented.
With light at the end of the tunnel, restaurants hope a new set of rules will prop up their business.
Whatever helps us get a little bit more seating and do a little bit more business.
And lawmakers say they will work overtime to deliver a stimulus package before the end of the week.
Close out our issues, seal the deal, and write text that can quickly pass into law.
At about 3 o'clock this afternoon, an FDA advisory panel recommended the Moderna vaccine. 20 experts supported it. 1 abstained. No one voted against it.
So the only thing left now is FDA authorization, and that's expected tomorrow morning.
The federal government plans to ship about 6 million doses of the vaccine over the next week. 95,000 will come to Colorado. They'll be distributed to nursing homes and rural hospitals.
That's because Moderna's vaccine can be transported at the temperature of just a normal household freezer, unlike the Pfizer vaccine, which requires ultra-cold storage. Now, sadly, we have seen the pace of COVID deaths accelerate over the past 3 months. Our state reported another 91 deaths today because of the virus. That brings our total over 3,300. There are 1,500 people in the hospital with the virus or virus symptoms right now. And that's actually the lowest it's been in a month, but 4 times what we saw just on an average day during the summer.
And while the vaccine provides hope, there are cracks in the economy. About 20,000 people in Colorado filed for unemployment for the first time last week. This according to data just released today. Almost half work in the food and hospitality industry. More than 250,000 Coloradans filed for unemployment for the week ending December 5th. Colorado restaurants alone have lost about 64,000 jobs. This according to one industry group. 59% say they won't make it if the COVID restrictions last through February.
And the state's trying to help. Last night, CDPHE rolled out statewide guidelines for its 5-star program. That allows businesses in level red counties to operate with a little looser restrictions. And those businesses must have a quality ventilation system, symptom screenings for employees, and their own contact tracing system just in case of virus exposure.
And this all comes back to individual counties, which have to implement the 5-star certification programs themselves.
Denver Mayor Michael Hancock said they'll be pursuing the program when they're able to.
The reality is that Denver has more businesses that could apply for the 5-star program than any other city in the state of Colorado. Potentially 7,000 applicants are likely to come forward. And so we want to make sure that we have the resources concentrated and we have the ability to implement a program in a very efficient and effective and thorough manner.
We also reached out to officials in Adams, Arapahoe, Douglas, Larimer, and Jefferson counties. All said they are evaluating options, but didn't expect it to happen quickly.
Denver7's Liz Gilardi spoke to one business owner who says whatever the time frame, it cannot come soon enough.
In many counties across the state, this is what going out to eat looks like. But restaurants could soon have the ability to increase their capacity, and they say they're willing to do whatever it takes.
On the edge of a frozen lake in Littleton.
I've been ice fishing, but I didn't have the luxury of having an awesome tent.
These ice fishing tents are not only cozy, they're essential.
You know, being able to utilize the patio with the tents has helped by comparison, but, you know, we're still, of course, you know, at a fraction of our capacity.
Mario Vega opened the Lake House Kitchen and Tavern in July. He would love to increase his restaurant capacity in a safe way, and he's hoping the 5-star program will provide some relief.
At this moment, I think time is of the essence. The cold weather's upon us, and that's kind of the sense of urgency for us.
The Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment just released guidelines for the 5-star business variance program. Businesses will be required to certify, meaning they've put in place safety measures that go above and beyond current public health orders. The program was piloted in Mesa County, and restaurant owners are paying close attention.
Whatever helps us get a little bit more seating and do a little bit more business, I think we're at that point to where that will make a big difference for us to be able to hang on.
Counties that are currently in level red on the state's dial must show a 2-week decline in percent positivity and hospitalizations. If there's any significant rise in cases, the program could be suspended at any time. But Vega is making plans. He wants to be ready.
We're talking to our HVAC company to see if there is any way to retrofit either HEPA filters and things like that, or increase the ventilation the cycle or the rate of turning over the air.
For now, customers will continue dining outside. It's the only option as restaurants wait on a program that could be critical to their survival.
I definitely think that they should be given an opportunity to open back up because this is people's livelihood.
Liz Gilardi, Denver7.
Student athletes, coaches, and parents were at the State Health Department today. They want winter sports to begin on time. The start of the season has been pushed back to January 25th. That's a 3-week delay. Students say sports are not only a component of their physical health, but also their mental and emotional well-being. State leaders have said the 3-week delay is to help everyone focus on reopening schools safely.
And Jefferson County will host a town hall for residents with COVID-related questions at 5:30 tonight. It's over the phone. Jefferson County will be calling about 50,000 people. If you're not selected, though, there is a number where you can call in.
All right, congressional leaders spent most of the week promising a stimulus deal by Friday, and now it looks like they're running late.
Well, the clock is ticking, though. Republicans and Democrats have been locked in negotiations. They say they're close. Faith Aboubi reports tonight from Washington.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell admitting Congress should not be here in the 11th hour, hammering out a COVID relief deal long overdue.
After months of inaction, do we want to move swiftly and with unusual bipartisanship to close out our issues, seal the deal, and write text that can quickly pass into law?
But McConnell has only recently become involved in the talks, and Democrats in the House passed a COVID aid package 6 months ago that the Senate did not act on. Lawmakers continue haggling over the final details of a nearly $900 billion compromise bill. While a government shutdown also looms, millions of Americans worry about losing their unemployment checks at the end of the month and becoming homeless.
We're going to stay right here, until we're finished.
Time is running out. The deal House and Senate leaders were considering would add the COVID relief package to a massive must-pass government spending bill due by midnight Friday. McConnell saying it's highly likely the Senate will miss that deadline and convene a rare weekend session to finish both bills.
None of the remaining hurdles cannot be overcome.
Negotiations include an additional $300 in weekly federal unemployment benefits, $600 in direct stimulus payments to most Americans, eviction protections, and billions of dollars for small businesses. As COVID-19 continues ravaging the economy, help can't come soon enough. In just the last week, another 885,000 people filing jobless claims. More than 20 million Americans currently receiving some form of government assistance.
I can't shut down this weekend because I have rent to pay. I have to pay my employees.
And if the $900 billion price tag holds, the new legislation would be repurposing about $400 billion in unused funds from the first round of COVID aid, meaning Congress would be approving about $500 billion in new spending. Faith Aboubi, ABC News, Washington.
To weather now, meteorologist Stacey Donaldson joins us tonight.
And Stacey, this snowy week is going to get snowier?
Yes, snowier. We have a little bit of snow moving in for tomorrow. Tonight, though, it's mostly cloudy here across the Front Range, and we'll hang on to those clouds, especially as we head into tomorrow, but they're showing up in anticipation of this cold front that's moving through the state. Our temperatures today were mostly in the 40s for afternoon highs, and right now we're at 34 degrees in Denver, 30 in Fort Collins, and 24 in Greeley, with temperatures mostly in the 20s and teens up in the higher elevations. So tonight we're going to cool it down into the 20s for overnight lows, so we've got a ways to go here right around the Denver metro area. Up in the high country, we've already seen some snow falling. We have a winter weather advisory in effect through tomorrow afternoon at 5 p.m. So our planner for tomorrow keeps the snow showers in over the higher elevations tomorrow, with the temperatures only in the 20s. Tonight for the Front Range, our overnight lows will be in the 20s tonight. And then we have that chilly air for tomorrow with some snowfall. I'll let you know what our timeline looks like and how much we're expecting coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Stacey, thank you. For the second time this month, Colorado is joining other states to sue a tech giant over unfair practices.
And this time, it's Google. 10 states, including Colorado, claim Google uses its monopoly power to get business. It's the second time Google faced an antitrust lawsuit this year over similar accusations.
The states want to break up Google's monopoly, and that could force them to spin off companies like YouTube or Nest. Google right now is not commenting, and previously the company has said people use Google because they choose to. The Broncos found out today they need a new kicker. Meet the next man up when we come back.
Plus, one Denver agency is blasting the airport for the way it handles basic business.
And Denver7 is there for a moment months in the making.
It's a miracle. She's the nicest person you'll ever meet.